throughout the entire 3 days. It has been very interesting, and I appreciate you sharing information with me. I am here basically, my goal is to walk you through the PTO process, requesting and approving time. I think it's a valuable process, and since we're moving towards a paperless environment, and for those of you, first of all, let me back up. For those of you who do not know what PTO is, it's paid time off that BE allows us in any form. Not necessarily vacation time, not necessarily sick time. As long as it's time that you're taking off and will be paid for it, it is considered PTO time. And hopefully by reaching my goal, I'll help you to understand how requesting the time online is a better method. It'll increase efficiency in the approval and the tracking of the time, as well as create, for future lean processing, a paperless environment for the PTO function. If you've ever logged into time and attendance, can I see a show of hands? Is there anyone who has not logged into time and attendance? Okay, don't toy with me. Everyone should have by now logged into time and attendance. If you have not, call me and we'll work it out. By logging into time and attendance, you should be able to go in, you should be able to view your approved time, you should be able to go in, you should be able to request time, and you should be able to just go in and kind of fiddle around and look at some reports. It's always a good tool to use. In order to get into time and attendance, you do need log-on information. And if you're a new hire and has never logged in before, then the login information is going to be the customer ID, and the PowerPoint is kind of vague, but I'm sure if you've ever seen the screen, you know that the customer ID is BBV, Boy, Boy, Victor. The employee ID is going to be, or the user ID is going to be your employee number. And for first-time logins only, it's going to be the last 4 of your social security number. If you find when you log in that you're not getting where you should be, again, give me a call. We'll go through it. We'll get you logged in. Once you log in, you will see in the upper right left-hand corner of your screen, you should see your name and your payroll number. That payroll number is not your employee ID number. Don't try to use it to log in. Not going to work. Okay? But the payroll number is specifically for use in payroll and time and attendance. You'll also see a Who section, should default to me if you're logged in. A What section, which is what you're in the system for, as well as a From and To range date. It also gives you a calendar that you can move back and forth from year to year, from month to month, day to day. Once you're in the system, in order to request a PTO day, your Who should remain me or you if you're requesting the day. Your What is going to be request PTO, and the date range is going to be the dates that you're requesting off. Okay? Once you have that information set up out there, click Go. In this system, if you don't click Go, it's not going to go, I promise. Once you click Go, then the screen will default, and I hope everybody can at least see the screen well enough to get a general idea. The screen will populate the main section of the screen. When that populates, it's going to give you basic information. It should show your name, and it should show the range of dates that you're requesting off. It's going to automatically default to absence type of paid. It's going to it's going to allow you to select the type of absence. And when you select the type of absence that you're taking, you can select PTO time, scheduled or unscheduled. You can select jury duty, floating holiday, or bereavement time. Any of those days can be selected when you're requesting PTO. The duration is always going to be the number of hours per day. If you're showing a range of dates, you're not going to show 24 hours for 3 days. You're only going to show 8 hours per day. Or if you're taking 4 hours each day, 4 hours. So it's going to be the duration of time per day. Once you've done that, you click on Request Absence, and it's going to give you a box letting you know that that absence request is going to be submitted to the manager. Once that absence request is submitted, the request will go to your manager. The manager will then have the option to approve or reject the absence. Once the manager receives the email, and it does go in the form of an email along with the link for time and attendance on it, once that manager receives the email, they'll have the option to log into time and attendance using their user ID, password, and customer ID, which is always BBB in capital letters, and go in to either approve or reject that absence. Once the absence has been approved or rejected, either the manager or the employee will receive an email letting them know that what action was taken on the absence. Bear in mind that the employee will only receive an email if the absence is either rejected or if it has expired prior to that action being taken on it. If the manager does not take action within 24 hours of the date that the person is requesting off, then that time will expire and the employee will get an email. Once the action has been taken on that request, then it'll populate in the main portion of the screen showing that the absence has been requested successfully and that action has been taken on that queue. End of my presentation. If there are questions, is there